What's up, guys? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man George.
Yeah, man, what's shaking, guys? How you living out there, man? Shout out to our free thinkers, of course. Shout out to everybody that's been following us on our Instagram, Def to Radio, DEAF2 Radio. If you're not already following us there, make sure you follow us on our Instagram. The information for that will be in the description below.
And as always, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Make sure it's set to all so you get all our videos as they drop. Up-and-coming artists, you know what to do, man. Click the link in the description. We'll do about 60 seconds or so of your song in the front of one of our up-and-coming videos. Get you some exposure. Or if you got a full song, like the song we're going to do today, we can get you hooked up on that too as well, man. Either way, make sure you check out the link below. All right, so we're getting to the artist in today's spotlight, man. Proklaim. Name of the song is Promised Land.
Shout out to Proklaim, man.
Yeah, man.
Proklaim has been rocking with us for years, I believe,
man.
And Proklaim has done pre-rolls on our channel. Many of you may have seen some of his songs in front of some of our other reactions to major artists. We've put him in front of some South African videos, put him in front of, I think, maybe even a few J. Cole videos, if I'm not mistaken. We are actually really excited to get a full song done, not just a pre-roll, but a full song from him today.
And Proklaim is from Brighton, Sussex, UK, man. So shout out to the UK scene, man. You know, we've done a lot of UK artists out here, man. Yeah. Proklaim is inspired by some of the greats, man. Nas, Biggie, you know what I'm saying? Jay, you know what I'm saying? Even Bob Marley, he got up on here, man. That's inspired him. Some of the artists that he really holds near and dear to his heart, man.
So yeah, I'm excited, man. Let's get to it. We're doing Promised Land today. Proklaim Promised Land.
Spending the page, spending the days there. They say that the game changes, still the same thing to me. Words spoken when they sincere, they touch lives. Dreams come alive the minute that we touch mics. Way to get the God is still the same, the one Christ. I know my forte. Put my time inside the craft and see this now pay. And genius is hitting targets that they can't see. Illuminated, never parted with Illuminati. Head turning like it's spotted in a new Bugatti. Soul determines moves you get to make inside the body. Flow is eloquent, the son of man that heaven sent. Power in the words you get to say like presidents. He set the precedence, I took notes. And now the evidence we evoke. More determined than the man broke. And telling people that there's one hope. Walk the water when they sink boats. Aiming and more, aiming and more, aiming and more, yes. I studied revolution, found there's only one solution. Power in itself can turn to what's an institution. Left alone, the mortals bound to love it like a drug. Your own thoughts are what can take you off your own course. Called the world, but then he told them bear your own cross. True to what it is, you're bound to bear your own pain. Never running dry, that's when you struck a main vein. And salvation still remains inside of one name. A friend can never now define them if it's no love. They ought to show it too, cause most people only want to take exactly how to spot the one's fake. Understand I've been around, my will cannot break. The love wins one against hate. I can sense who the one's fake, but nonetheless we're winning by faith. Different vibe when we vibrate. It's all inside the mind, you win it there, the rest follows. Road ahead is never easy when it stays narrow. In other words, there's no one with you in the next lane. And talking to yourself is necessary, no shame. I love the sight and sound of making what is progress. The dead can never celebrate a day to split the use and call it well used. Here to build upon the things that go beyond the present. Can't dispute a thing when proof is right in front of you. I share my interviews, talking to you like a friend instead of interviews. You keep on standing up, you're bound to be who never lose. Favored by the Father like the people called Jews. They say it screws loose. When you aim for what is way beyond them, still do it. Pen upon a page until the flow became fluid. We speak it now fluent. Yeah.
He got right to it on that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Proklaim on that one.
All right, man, that was cool, man. Promised Land was the name of that song, man. And I thought that was an interesting title to begin with, man, because isn't Promised Land like the land from a biblical standpoint, the land that's promised to us? You know, if you live godly or you do the right things, you know, this is what you would inherit, the abundance of the earth and all that kind of good stuff. So I feel
freedom and all these other things, right? Yeah.
So I feel like that's what Proklaim was trying to get across, man. He said something along the lines of like your own thoughts can lead you off course. Is the only thing that can lead you off course or something like that. Then he said later on something about the road gets harder when it narrows. In other words, there's no one in the other lane with you. You know, maybe you have to ride this lane that we call life on your own, you know, and making the wrong judgment call can be detrimental. The promised land is there for you. It's there for the taking. If you kind of like navigate your life in the correct way, you know what I'm saying?
And he also seemed, Ryan, that it was spiritual as well, right? It just seems like walking a trusting in God. I think he said something about, you know, he had a line in there about your cross to bear, or bearing a cross. And to me, this all in general just came off very motivational and also like sort of spiritually inclined.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just following Christ and Christ is within you and all these other things and walking your own path and being, staying,
Yeah.
not worrying about what other people were doing. I think he said something about friendships and, how they real friends, avoiding real friends. So it came off like a guy that has a lot of wisdom, that's very spiritual and that's very in tune with Christ, with God. He had a line that I really loved in here. He said, and a genius is hitting targets that they can't see. Mm-hmm. And if you think of geniuses, right, they're typically kind of before their time. They're thinking of things that people just don't ever think about. They're venturing into unknown territories that people would probably, they would probably, oftentimes geniuses are also kind of like they're persecuted. They're met with resistance because their ideas are so sort of radical and different and revolutionary, right?
Ahead of the game.
They're ahead of the game. You know what I mean? So when he says they're hitting targets that they can't see, the world can't see what these targets are, right? That are going to be hit, that could completely change the world and change the way we think. So that's part of being a genius, right? It's kind of the cross to bear for a genius, right? So I just thought that was a really, really great line by my man Proklaim. I mean, he kept talking about, building upon the things that go beyond the present, and I love living in progress, right? The entire song, again, is just about, I feel, a mixture of spirituality and just motivational sort of, idioms or colloquialisms or just sort of life lessons that he's kind of picked up along the way in his pursuit to be great, right? And I can tell you one thing, Proklaim he grinds.
Yes, he does.
He grinds. We know firsthand that Proklaim puts that work in. And we always tell Proklaim, man, when we put his songs in front of some of our videos, when we do his pre-rolls, man, like we can see his hunger, we can see his grind, we can see his relentless passion and pursuit of wanting to be great. And I've seen it even in the music he does, man. We've seen him do Afrobeat songs. Yep. He's done straight up hip hop joints like this. To me, this is like a soulful, typical conventional hip hop beat, but also he's done Afro beats, right? Yep. He plays with melody, he plays with different things. So I can see him trying constantly and pushing himself, right? So when I hear things like that, I'm like, yeah, it's 100% something that I see within him. So yeah, definitely make sure y'all go check out Proklaim, man. This was a pleasurable listen. I think it sounded fine. I mean, I like the beat, had a nice bounce to it. And he's got like a very meditative flow. You know what I mean? Like he's at peace. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing can knock him off his square. Right. Nothing can sort of rattle his foundation. You know what I'm saying? So I just appreciate when I see that. When I see artists like really go hard and pursue their dreams and get hungry, never give up. So I can definitely see him doing something, man. Shout out to all the South African subs that we have, man. He's, Namibia artist. I think he's at least has ancestry there or heritage there as well. So make sure y'all go check him out, support him, and anybody else that heard this and liked it, man. His information, of course, will be in the description. Make sure y'all check him out. Check out his other stuff that he's got coming out. And that's it, man. Shout out to Proklaim on this one, man. That's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Make sure you check out Proklaim's information in the description along with our information for our Instagram. DEAF #2 radio is our Instagram. That will be in the description as well. I'm George. That's Ryan. Lost to Vegas. We out.